A lot of people start their first business as a side hustle. Maybe it's something you're doing after work, on weekends, or just whenever you have a bit of spare time. It could be freelancing, selling products online, doing consulting work, running a small service business, or even starting a YouTube channel or digital brand. But once that side hustle starts bringing in money, a question usually comes up pretty quickly. Do you actually need an LLC for a side hustle? Some people say you should form one right away. Others say you don't need one until you're making serious money. So in this video, we're going to break this down in a simple way. We'll talk about when you might need an LLC, when you probably don't need one yet, and what benefits an LLC can provide if your side hustle starts growing. And if you do decide that it makes sense to form an LLC, I'll also show you why many entrepreneurs use Northwest Registered Agent to get their business set up quickly and correctly. If you want to check them out later, I do have a discount link for Northwest Registered Agent in the description and pinned comment below the video. Before deciding whether you need an LLC though, it helps understand how side hustles are treated legally by default. When you start a side hustle, you automatically operate as what's called a sole proprietor. You don't have to register anything or file paperwork to begin earning money. As soon as you start offering a product or service, your side hustle technically becomes a business. For many people, this works fine in the beginning. You can accept payments, build your client base, and test your business idea without having to deal with much paperwork. However, there is one important thing to understand about sole proprietorships. Legally speaking, you and the business are the same entity. That means if the business ever runs into legal trouble or financial problems, your personal assets could potentially be at risk. This is one of the main reasons entrepreneurs eventually decide to form an LLC. An LLC, which stands for Limited Liability Company, creates a legal separation between you and your business. Once your business is registered as an LLC, it becomes its own legal entity. This means that in many situations, your personal assets are protected if the business runs into legal or financial issues. Another benefit of an LLC is that it can make your side hustle look more professional. Clients and customers often take businesses more seriously when they're dealing with a registered company rather than just an individual. An LLC can also make it easier to open a business bank account and keep your personal finances separate from your business finances. So while an LLC isn't always required, it can offer some useful advantages as your side hustle grows. If you're just starting a side hustle and you're still experimenting with your idea, you may not need an LLC right away. For example, if you're testing whether people are interested in your product or service, or you're only earning a small amount of money occasionally, it might make sense to keep things simple in the beginning. Many entrepreneurs wait until their side hustle starts generating consistent income before going through the process of forming an LLC. This approach allows you to validate the idea first and make sure the business is actually worth investing more time and effort into. However, there are certain situations where forming an LLC earlier can make sense. If your side hustle starts growing and bringing in consistent revenue, forming an LLC can become a good idea fairly quickly. This is especially true if you're working with clients, selling products to customers, or running any type of business where disputes or legal issues could potentially occur. An LLC can also be helpful if you want to separate your personal finances from your business finances and start operating your side hustle more professionally. Many entrepreneurs choose to form an LLC once their side hustle starts feeling less like a small experiment and more like a real business. At that point, having the legal structure in place can provide extra protection and make it easier to grow the business. If you decide that forming an LLC makes sense for your side hustle, the process is actually pretty straightforward. First, you choose a business name that is unique within your state. Next, you appoint a registered agent, which is the person or company responsible for receiving legal documents and official notices for your business. Then you file the articles of organization with your state Secretary of State office, which officially registers your LLC. After that, you can apply for an EIN from the IRS and set up a business bank account for your company. You can go through each of these steps yourself by using your state's website. However, many entrepreneurs prefer using an LLC formation service to make the process easier. One service that many entrepreneurs choose when forming an LLC is Northwest Registered Agent. Instead of navigating government websites and legal forms on your own, their platform guides you through the process step by step. You provide the basic details about your business, and they prepare and submit the LLC formation documents to the state for you. They also provide registered agent services, which means they receive official legal mail and government notices on behalf of your business. Another feature many entrepreneurs appreciate is privacy protection. When you form an LLC, certain information becomes part of the public record. Northwest allows you to use their business address on your formation documents, which helps keep your personal address off public records. Their support team also specializes in business formation, so if you have questions about starting your LLC or maintaining compliance with state requirements, you're able to talk to someone who understands the process. Because of that, many side hustlers find it to be a simple and reliable way to get their business set up properly. And again, if you want to check them out, I do have a discount link for Northwest Registered Agent in the description and pinned comment below the video. So, do you need an LLC for a side hustle? The short answer is that it depends on where you are in your business journey. If you're still experimenting with an idea and only earning a small amount of money, you may not need one immediately. But once your side hustle starts growing, bringing in consistent income, or working with customers and clients regularly, forming an LLC can provide extra protection and make your business look more professional. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up so more entrepreneurs can find it. And if you're interested in learning more about starting a business, forming an LLC, and growing your side hustle, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more guides like this. If you have any questions about starting an LLC or building your side hustle, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I read every comment and I'm always happy to help. And if you decide you're ready to form an LLC, you can check out Northwest Registered Agent using the discount link in the description and pinned comment below the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.